we keep queens in balance. I'm your host, Renee Winters. Well, welcome everyone to Keeping Queens in Balance. I'm here for another podcast with you, and I have a wonderful guest with me today. Her name is Miss Sade Joyce, and I'm so pleased. We met a long time ago with another organization that we were involved in, but we've been following each other and just being, staying in connection with one another. So Let me tell you a little bit about Miss Joyce. Let me read her bio, share a little bit about her. So Miss Sade Joyce is a registered nurse. She found that bridging the gap between her love for healthcare and self-healing practices has led her to discover several mechanisms of empowerment. And that's what we're all about, right? Women empowerment and just empowerment for the individual and the spirit. All her mechanisms used to aid and heal other women and individuals. Ms. Joyce struggled with her health as a child and experienced the effects of extensive hospitalizations by the age of 14. She recognized her calling to help others going through similar health and mental illnesses. In 2012, she entered nursing school where she studied many disease processes as well as psychiatric disorders. In 2014, she obtained her Associate of Science degree in nursing, and her experience for caring for others as well as her own personal experiences with medical professionals has challenged her to explore a more holistic approach to healing. And I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much.
Goodness. That's excellent.
Thank you so much.
So I know I shared a little bit about your bio. So is there anything that I'm missing, anything you want to put out there and let people know about what you're doing or how you got to this point?
Yes. So I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I relocated to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, approximately about 20 years ago. So I've been down here in Florida for quite a while. Where I attended nursing school here. About 2 years ago, I decided to extend my credentials a little bit further, and I went ahead and became a certified Reiki master. So I am a Reiki, so I'm a Reiki practitioner. So I do energy healing work. So my love for healthcare mixed with energy healing work, spirituality, mindfulness brought me to where I am right now.
Okay, that's great. Oh my goodness. We definitely have to talk about Reiki. A lot of people don't understand that process. So I definitely want you to, as we unfold this, I want you to explain a little bit more about that. I'm definitely an energy woman too. I'm really into energy, and I had thought about going to Reiki at one point as well. So I definitely want to hear what you have to say. So in terms of your journey, okay, so is that the main thing that you use to balance yourself? The Reiki practices and so forth? Is that what you use to balance your own energy?
Yes. For the most part, I started with understanding crystals and how they work and the energy that they hold, and that they're living organisms and that they were placed here on Earth for us to use as tools. So I started with that. And then when my love for crystals came into, full circle, I went ahead and ran across Reiki. So Reiki is energy healing, and it allows you to be able to connect on a spiritual level. So as practitioners, we just act as a conduit to the energy. We take a course, we go through the necessary steps and the necessary healing within ourselves in order to be able to help heal others. So that is something that I'm very, very passionate in, which is, something that I decided to open up my own practice for. So like you said in my bio, my whole goal is to bridge the gap between both energy healing and healthcare.
Yes. Okay. So let me ask you this. So what would you tell other women of color who are interested in, going to a Reiki practitioner or just reaching out or learning more about it themselves? Like, where should they start? Like, what should they do? And what can they do for them?
Right. Yeah, I would definitely, do your research. Definitely understand what Reiki is. It's just a universal energy force that we all possess. And just as human beings, specifically us as women of color, we deal with so much. We have so much on our plate all of the time, and we are very, very strong, very powerful individuals, and we
Mhm.
we tend to have want to take on everything, want to take
Yeah,
on the whole world
right.
if we could, if you will.
That's right.
So it's just taking that time to be able to connect with yourself,
Hmm.
understanding yourself, learning yourself on a deeper level, so that no one can tell you about you. You
Right.
know all about you.
Yeah.
So it's that I would definitely, like I said, do research, read about it, understand it, to see if that's something that you do want to try. But I do definitely highly recommend, like, it has helped me tremendously throughout my ups and downs. And I'm going through a divorce right now after 17 years and things like that. I really did a lot of Reiki self practice on, for myself. And then it also helps me to be able to connect and heal, help in the healing process, I would say, with my patients.
Right, right. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So when did you know it was it for you, Sade? When did you know that Reiki was it for you? Like where were you in your life? And I know you went to nursing school and
Hmm.
you had that medical background. But
Yes.
when did you know that Reiki was it? Like this is it. I'm going to move forward with this. What happened? Was something that triggered that for you to go to that place, or like how did you get to that point with Reiki?
Just when I came across Reiki, it really resonated with me because it was something that it's a very relaxation technique as
Mhm.
well. So it just allows you to be able to cleanse and to release all of the energy that may be very stagnant and that are is built up, within our bodies that we don't even know. So
Right.
know about. So I would say, I would say maybe about like 2 years ago, when I took the course. I went through the whole process of starting to heal myself. I was
Mhm.
going through, you know um a lot, just with being a mom, being a wife, trying to juggle everything. So
As we
that
all do,
just
right?
find
Oh my goodness.
yes. So, and then working, 12-hour shifts, and then me being a nurse, I just realized that bedside nursing, just that cannot be the all and be, the be all for me,
Yes,
the be all
yes,
in for me,
yes,
I would
yes.
say. So,
Right.
and though I love nursing, to it's very, very dear to my heart. But to be able to connect and have people connect with themselves on a
Oh,
mind, body, and soul connection, that is where you really, really aid in healing with
yes.
any disease that you have.
Yep.
It has to be on a mind, body, and soul connection in order for you to properly heal.
Definitely. Oh my goodness, that's so,
So,
so true, and that's something that people have to really understand.
yes.
They have to connect
Mm-hmm.
all those pieces to really be able to move forward and be their better self, whether
Yes.
spiritually, right, whether
Mm-hmm.
mentally
Mm-hmm.
or physically. So it's all
Yes.
those three pieces together.
It's
So
all connected.
yes,
Yes.
yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you just touched upon a couple of things that happened in your life, as a Black woman. What other challenges have you overcome as a woman of color? Getting to where you are now. Um, what made you who you are? You Sade Joyce. What made
Yes. Well, I grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I was a child, to a mother who was also
Oh,
a
okay.
foster mom, as well as she also adopted children as well. So my childhood was it was a good childhood, but it was also I felt very left out a lot. So with me connecting with myself just on that deeper level, just understanding who I am,
Yeah,
and just growing up with a lot of people around, and just really understanding that everyone is different, and
yeah.
that everyone brings something different to the table, that allowed me to be able to, when I moved down here to Florida, connect with all different types of people.
Right. Right.
So that in itself, really resonated with me to be able to go into a field like nursing where you have to be compassionate, you have to be understanding, you have to be loving,
Yeah.
and just to be able. And I've always been a healer. I've always been very, very spiritual. Even growing up in church, I was
Right.
that that little girl, who
Yeah.
was very, very, very connected to my spirituality. So that's where it started for me.
Right.
Just always just feeling that sense of connection and understanding, just myself, and understanding that I am more. My purpose is very
Oh,
is a lot higher.
isn't that
um
beautiful?
yeah, so I've always, it always resonated with me. So yeah, it's just learning through different religions, and Reiki is a very, very, I love Reiki because no matter what religion you are,
Mhm.
it it works,
Right.
because it's not religion based.
Right.
It's all
Yes.
part of a universal force that we're all, a part of, and it
Yes.
all, and it is all within us. So
Yes.
no matter what religion, we just call it different things. That,
Right.
and and I had to, once I realized that, and once I really, um really, really connected with that, I just ran with it. I
Oh my.
ran with it, and it has helped so many people
Oh
in
my
the
goodness.
process.
Oh,
So I'm
without a
thankful
doubt.
for my journey.
That's so beautiful. I love it. I
Yeah.
definitely love it. Is that the only tool you use in terms of balancing yourself? As a
Um, I do a lot of self-care. I do a lot of self-care. I do a lot of baths. I do a lot of, just cleansing my energy when I feel heavy. I like to go to the beach. I like to ground. I like to, walk on Mother Earth. I
yeah.
like to, just connect with nature. So I use all of those things. I use my crystals, I use, proper diet,
Right.
hydration,
Right.
things like that to just make you feel good. I
Yeah.
always tell people, do what makes you feel good.
Oh,
Find what makes you feel good,
yes. Yes.
and and
I think.
and do that.
Oh, without a doubt. And I think that a lot of times, as women, we get out of touch with what makes us feel
Yes.
good. You know
Right.
what I mean? Because we're so busy
Absolutely.
helping others to feel good. Yeah, our children,
Mm-hmm.
our husband,
Right.
and so forth, right?
We rarely take time for ourselves.
Yes. And so we really
Yeah.
have to find that for ourselves to be able to pause,
Absolutely.
to pause.
Absolutely. It's so important.
Yes. And to reconnect.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you were
Yes.
saying sometimes you reconnect with just going outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you do
Mm-hmm.
any meditation or anything
I
like that?
do. Yes, yes, meditation is very, very big for me. Yes,
Wow.
meditation. Yes, that's almost a daily for me. Meditation and just sitting, in a quiet space.
Mhm.
And people can call it prayer, meditation. It's just being still.
Yes.
Just being still.
Yes.
Speaking to your higher self.
Yeah.
Whoever that may be. Speaking to your higher self and your creator, and just connecting with that.
Right. Right. Oh,
Yeah,
that's so important. That's so important.
it
Um,
is.
Making that time for yourself,
Hmm.
connecting to yourself, and finding that your energy, is
Yes,
so, so very important.
yeah, it
You also
is.
talk about stones, right?
Yes,
Can you share a little bit about your knowledge of stones? I mean, I just started getting into stones,
you did. Yes.
crystals and stuff, and oh my gosh, I'm so in love with it. And you
Hmm.
would, I'm saying this to my listener, like you would be amazed at what stones do. Oh my gosh, it's like
Yes,
I couldn't believe the power of the stones. I couldn't believe it. Like, especially with meditation, I connected with my meditation. I hold a stone,
you
like
hold your
I
stones. Hmm.
want something like that. Oh my goodness, amazing.
Yes.
Can you share a little bit about any of your experiences that you've had with stones? Because I know that people sometimes don't get it, like,
Yeah, yeah. And I do the same thing when I meditate. I hold, whatever stone I'm working with, because every stone has they hold a specific vibration.
yes,
Every stone holds their own specific vibration. So whether you want to calm down, you grab
yes,
a piece of amethyst, or whether you want a sense of protection from whatever you're going through, you
yes,
grab a piece of obsidian.
yes.
There's it's just
Oh,
learning about the stones and what vibration that they hold.
right.
Um, yeah, and just connecting with them. You can wear them. You could, keep them inside your bosom and your and
Yes,
your
my daughter
bra,
started
carry
doing
them
that. My
around.
daughter started
Yes,
doing it.
yes, a lot of women do that. Um, Yeah, and this it just gives us a sense of comfort, you know, knowing that it's there throughout our day, throughout our busy day. I actually have a crystal line as well. It's called Mystic Gems. So yeah, so if you anybody ever wanted to, you know, look at some crystals, I have a piece on right now.
Oh my goodness.
Um, so
Yes.
that's
Yes,
for my
without a
jewelry
doubt.
line. So yeah, I have rings, I have necklaces, beautiful, beautiful pieces, very high quality. So it's called Mystic Gems. If you ever wanted to check
What
out
is
my
it called?
Etsy,
What's it called? Mystical? Mystic.
Mystic Gems. Yes,
Mystic. Yeah.
MYST.
Okay.
IC
Yes.
Gems. Yes,
Oh my goodness. Yes, I didn't know that.
GEMS.
I didn't know that. I follow, the Healing Palace, and I would definitely want you to share a little bit about that too. But
Yes, yes.
I didn't know you had that too. So I'm going to be putting in an order, girl, because
Yeah, yeah.
I have been looking for some really nice pieces in terms of necklaces and stuff. And a
Mm,
lot of stuff I see, I'm really into the energy when I go into the place. Like I want to
yeah,
know that these stones are just not something that people threw together. Now they're in a big thing.
right.
No, I don't believe in that. I believe
Yeah.
that you really got to find, the person that is coming
Mm,
from, what
yes,
energy has been, around,
absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. And that's very important. And I cleanse all of my crystals that I send out. I bless them specifically with sage, and you know,
Yes.
I do a whole ceremony. So yeah, they're very crystals are very, very dear to my heart.
Oh my God, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. You know what? A lot of people just don't know about these other areas
Yeah.
of balance, and that's what this is all about. Keeping queens in balance is about
Yes.
sharing, coming to
Yes.
people who have this knowledge, like you, Sade, have this
Hmm.
knowledge, and really connecting with our other sisters, and
Yes.
letting, and putting this knowledge out there, because we don't hear it a lot of times, and
Right.
that's beautiful. I'm loving. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm loving this conversation. So, all right. So, what is one of the biggest lessons that you've learned so far in your journey?
Um, the biggest lesson, I don't say I can't really think of like one specific lesson,
You
but I
share.
would say I would say that everything is a lesson.
Yes.
Everything that you go through, if it's something that weighs heavy for you, there's a lesson in it. You know,
Right.
it's just being able to decipher to connect with yourself to understand what
Right.
that lesson is, so
Right.
that you know it can, because everything is going to allow you to reach your highest self, you know,
Yeah.
or your higher self, you know. So
Right.
it's just understanding that, and then moving forward, you know, not staying stuck there. You know, a lot of times we get so overwhelmed with
Yes.
just life and in general. If something's going haywire, you know, we tend to kind of, you know, stay stuck there. But
Hmm.
no, we have to push forward, we have to persevere, you know, because it's always a light at the end of that tunnel,
Yes.
you
Yes.
know.
So
So
true.
yeah.
I like what you said. You said if something weighs heavy on you, then that's going to be a lesson. That's something that your spirit or your energy has to learn, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Wow. Wow.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, because um yeah, I mean, it's all to provide you, you know, with the necessary stepping stones to get you to the next level. You know,
Right.
so if we're not connected with ourselves and know how to do those things, like use, you know, crystals or grounding, and you know, take that time for yourself to reconnect back to yourself,
Right.
it's easy to get stuck there.
Right.
It's easy to just, you know, continue to harp on things,
Right.
as opposed to, okay, sitting down and connecting with yourself. That's why meditation is important.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
why we have to sit and be still and listen
Mm.
to our spirit and say, okay, so what is the next step? And your spirit will always guide you,
Right.
will
Oh.
always guide you in the right direction. You just have to take that time. And it's a practice. It doesn't happen overnight. It
Mhm.
doesn't happen overnight. It's a constant work. It's a work in progress. You have to
Yes. Yes.
constantly do it.
Right. Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things that, in terms of my guests that I've had on here too before, that meditation or any of those things, it's a practice.
It
It's
is a
something that
practice.
you have to be consistent with. Don't try it once and say, I'm done. I can't do
Right.
this. You know what I mean? It's
Mm-hmm.
something that you have to be consistent with and allow it to work.
Allow it to work. Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I couldn't
Yeah.
agree with you more.
Oh, that's so, so good. Oh my goodness. So, all right. So you have this, this beautiful knowledge. What would you like to say to our young women out there, our young women of color that are coming up and dealing with our society, to dealing with all the different issues out there, right? Take a deep breath. Take a
Yes.
deep breath. What? Without a doubt, right? So what would you like to say to them? What message? Um,
It's all about knowing thyself. Queen
mm,
of Four, she says it perfect. Know thyself.
yes.
Know yourself, know who you are, know what you want, know your goals, like set goals in place, set and that's how you manifest your life,
Right.
manifest what you really, really, truly want out of this life, is
Yes.
to sit down and stay focused. Don't
Right.
allow social media and all of these things to kind of defer you, away from what you really, your true purpose, find your purpose
Right.
early so
Right.
that you can, become, you know, all that you can be, for yourself. So yeah, especially for women, it's so important too. And I love the simple fact that I have a career
Hmm.
because, like I said, I'm going through a divorce right now. So if it had not been for me doing those things early and
Yes. Yes.
setting those things in place for myself
Right.
early,
Right.
you know, who's to say where I would be? It's so I'm thankful of my career. I'm thankful that I set a foundation for myself. So I would just, that's my message to the young queens out here,
Yes.
nowadays, is to just stay focused, push through, understand yourself, study yourself, even through astrology. Astrology is another very powerful tool,
Yes.
to knowing your birth chart and understanding, like who you are.
Right. Right. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
goodness. Those are
Yeah.
beautiful things. That's so beautiful. It's so, so
Yeah.
true. And I think that, even with our young people today with the social media, they don't realize a lot of times, and I think we too, adults,
Right.
how draining that can be on your energy. It
Yes.
really takes so much from you. Like, we really have to learn as women, as a society, just as a whole, that
Mm-hmm.
there has to be a time and place for everything, and
Absolutely.
the amount of time that you spend on social media should be less than what you spend on helping yourself. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
finding yourself and healing yourself. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely, and I completely agree. And if you are going to use social media, use it as a tool.
Yes, yes.
Use it as a tool. Use
Hmm.
it to gain something from it. Use it to build yourself up. Use it to generate income. Just start thinking, as young entrepreneurs, as young queen entrepreneurs.
Yes,
So
yes,
it's just yeah, all of those things. Yeah, and to just, if you have gone through some things, traumatic things in your life, do those things that are necessary that we talked about,
right.
previously.
Yeah,
Even if you have to get counseling, don't be afraid to go get, professional help,
yes.
things like that, to just balance yourself so that you can be the best version of yourself.
Oh, without a doubt, without
Yeah.
a doubt. Can you share with me one word that describes what Reiki does for you?
I would say empowering.
I like that.
Empowering. Yeah, it's definitely I use it as an empowerment tool, just for myself, and as well as, my patients and my clients. Anyone who steps foot in my space, I want them to know that they are the ones who are able to heal themselves.
Hmm. Oh,
Like, you
right.
have the power. You hold the power.
Yes.
It's all about, switching your mindset,
Mm,
and staying positive, and just, and staying there, and see things when they come as distractions,
right. Right.
like when
Yes.
things come, just see it for what it is, and not get so engulfed in it. Because
Yes.
once you're able to stay on that positive mindset,
Hmm.
then it's easy to manifest things. Things will start coming to you. Things will,
Yes.
your spirit
Yes.
will speak to
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Um, and then things will just start happening, but you have to stay in that vibration in
Right.
order for you to receive that.
Right. 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 Right.
Yeah.
Let me go back a little bit, Sade, to what you said about, us as individuals, as we have the power to heal ourselves, we have the power
Yes.
to heal ourselves, which is so essential. Now I'm going to, press you a little bit here in terms of how do you balance that as a nurse within our world and the hospitals and our give the drugs society. We're all about prescriptions and not really trying to find out the core or the problem. You know what I mean? Like we're just like a healing band-aid type of medicine,
Yes.
a band-aid type of medicine, yeah, rather than
Right.
finding out the real reason. So how do you balance all that?
Yes. So it is a struggle. It definitely is a struggle because I am, kind of in the middle.
Yes, yes, you are.
It's yes, I'm in the middle. So I understand Western medicine, but
Yes,
I also understand the more holistic approach.
yes,
So it's finding that balance for within yourself,
right,
and for yourself, and just or for someone who is a professional like me, and just coming
right.
to somebody like myself who can kind of guide you,
Yes,
to help you find that balance, because it's not easy. And a lot of physicians, a lot of healthcare workers, they don't know themselves, how
oh,
to
I
help
know.
maintain that balance. So it's
Yes,
difficult. It really is. But I would definitely just say, just education, proper education, and just platforms like this, and just getting information out there to specifically people of color,
yes,
because these things are have been suppressed for so long, for us. The information has been suppressed, for us for
yes.
so long. So it's just reconnecting back to ourselves, and then also, like I said, just pushing forward, and just using all the things that our creator placed on this earth for us. And
Yes,
just
yes.
understanding, yeah, it's
Oh
just
my gosh, without a doubt, without a doubt. So
mhm.
now this also leads me to your healing palace. Tell me a
Yes.
little bit about that brainchild that you came up with. How beautiful is that? The name
Thank
itself
you.
feel good.
Yes,
So
yes.
can you tell our followers a little more about, the healing palace?
Yes. So the Healing Palace is my sacred space that I've created for both men and women,
Right.
to be able to come if they're just needing guidance, spiritual guidance, if they want a Reiki session. I also do intuitive readings as well with tarot cards.
Yes.
I have crystals, so anything metaphysical that can aid in the healing of your mind, body, and spirit. I'm here for. My background as being a registered nurse, I can provide certain things for you to do, or certain herbs and things like that. I'm knowledgeable in that area as well. So yeah, so it's the Healing Palace is something that I created.
Oh,
Like I said, is this my baby? It's
yes. I
just
love it.
starting.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so I'm excited for what the future is going to hold. I definitely plan to reach out to other healthcare workers who are interested in this alternative modality of Reiki,
Yes.
to also teach them, because I'm also a master Reiki practitioner, so I can also teach. So
Right.
I'll soon be coming out with courses, so just be on the lookout for
Yay!
that. Yes, I'll have online courses as well as in-person courses available soon for anyone who would any healthcare professionals who want to get certified as Reiki practitioners as well.
I love it. Look at you on
Yeah.
your journey. You know what?
Yes.
How beautiful this is.
Yes. Thank
I'm just so
you.
excited for you. Just everything that you're doing is so beautiful and such a.
Thank
I wish I was
you.
closer to the Healing Palace. I would be there.
Where are you at, Renee?
New York.
Oh, you're in New York.
Right, you're in
Okay.
Florida, right?
Okay.
You said you're in
Yes, yes,
Florida.
I'm in Florida. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. So
Very nice.
whenever I get down there, I'm gonna have to.
Yes, you have to come and visit. You have to come and
Yes,
visit.
yes, 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 without a doubt. So, one of my other last questions, and we're almost getting to the end. How can women of color continue to progress and overcome their struggles? Like if you were to just give a message to the women of color, how can we continue to progress? There's so many things happening, politically that that are affecting us. our voting rights, everything. Like what can we as women of color do to continue to progress?
Yes. One of the things I would definitely say is mindfulness,
Mm-hmm.
being present, understanding and practice being present, understanding that the world is going to be here.
Yes.
Um, and there's only so much that we can do as far as changing what's
Mm-hmm.
happening in the
Mm-hmm.
world.
Yes.
It's just it starts with us. It starts with our immediate family, taking
Yeah.
care of ourselves, taking care of our children,
Right.
leading them in the right way. Teaching them proper techniques as far as how to grow their own food, things like that. Just being self-sufficient for one, becoming entrepreneurs, that is
Mm-hmm.
economically, that is empowering for us
Yes.
as Black women,
Yes.
to just maintain those focal points,
Mm-hmm.
and then also just continue to heal and work on yourself.
Right. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. And
Yes.
I like the fact that, like you kind of put a separation between what's going on in the world and you as an individual. Because a lot
Yes.
of times, and I think even when the pandemic was going on, the social injustices, the political injustices, it was very hard for me to separate that.
Yeah.
I had a difficult time. So I think it is so, so, so valuable to think about the fact that, let's just think about this. Let's think about
Yes.
our close family, and think
Hmm.
about how we can continue to prosper,
Yes.
because
Yes, absolutely.
those things are going to
Hmm.
happen,
Yes, they're
you know?
going to happen.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
crazy as
yes.
it is.
It
But
is, it is, it is. But yeah, the more that we focus, and channel that energy for ourselves and take that energy for ourselves, the better that we'll be.
right. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, so, so true. I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. So, all right, queen that you are, I have a wonderful question, and this is the question I ask of all the queens that come on here.
Hmm.
As an amazing, beautiful queen, which jewels do you currently have placed in your crown? So we're talking about maybe divinity, sincerity, or confidence, or what crowns are already in there, and then what crowns or what jewels are you looking to add to your crown?
Um, I would definitely say I am. I have. I have. Hmm. I have all types of jewels. I don't know.
Come on, throw them out there, Sade. Come on, give me some.
I have all
I
types
know
of
you do.
jewels. I have, I'm thankful for my journey,
Yes,
so far.
yes,
So
yes.
I show so much gratitude,
Okay.
so much gratitude. I have like
Gratitude.
a deep, deep, deep gratitude for my
Yes,
journey and where I've come from to where
right,
I am now.
right.
So I
Yes,
would definitely say that's the main one. That
yes.
is the main one.
Oh,
The one that I want to add to my crown is definitely more. I want to do more of this, more because I don't do a lot of videos. So
yes,
it's
yes.
definitely more. I guess I would say not confidence, but just I gotta work on my throat chakra.
Yes, yes, yes. I love it. I love it.
to
I
be
love
to be more out there, and to speak out and to like, because I have a lot to say, and I have been on
it.
my journey for, a number of years. So that's something that I definitely want to add
Right.
to my
Yes.
crown. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. I love it. No, I love that. And I think I'm just so happy that I was able to get you on the show, get you to share your
Yes, thank
knowledge
you.
with other women of color, other queens that are out there. I'm so blessed. I'm so full of gratitude myself for having you
Thank you.
here. What a wonderful energy and spirit that you have.
Oh,
And
thank you
I'm
so
I
much.
just want us to stay in contact because I will be buying some necklaces and stuff.
Okay.
Definitely for sure. Yeah. Do you have
Yes.
a website set up for that, or is that just is it
No, I have it on the Healing Palace. Healingpalace.com is there's a link to my Etsy. So I have
okay?
an Etsy shop.
Yes.
And then I also have Mystic Gems is on Instagram as well. So you can go to Mystic
Okay.
Gems underscore
Okay.
is the Instagram. So and
Okay.
then there's a link to my Etsy shop there as well.
Okay. Well, again, thank you so much for your time. Thank you
Thank
for coming
you.
here. Oh my
Thank
God,
you
what an
so
amazing
much. I
uh,
appreciate you,
opportunity
Queen.
to listen to you. So thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. And I know
Thank you.
listeners are appreciative of the energy and thoughts that you put out there today.
Yes, and if anyone ever wants to connect with me, my DMs are always open. Yeah, just, and I have, you can text me. My phone number is right there on my Instagram. So anything, any way that you want to connect with me, I'm available. So just,
Love it. Love it.
yes, just
Perfect.
let me know.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much.
so much.
All right.
Peace and blessings.
Yes, thank you.